Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Folge Let's Play Final Fantasy XI mit Elbe. So, wir stehen jetzt hier wieder vor Windurst in der Vergangenheit und seit der letzten Quest muss man einen Ingame-Tag gewartet haben. Bei mir egal, weil das ist jetzt eine komplett neue Aufnahmesession für mich. Aber wir gehen dann nach Windurst. Scheint eine längere Cutscene zu werden, solange wie die lädt. Na? Ah, jetzt geht's los. There you are, Elweb. I've been scouring the streets for hours trying to find you. The Warlord and his reconnaissance squad have just returned bearing grim news from Valdonia. He's about to hold an urgent defense briefing and all mercenaries have been summoned to. I repeat, by decree of the Warlord, a state of emergency has been declared for all wards of the capital. Civilians, stay calm, do not panic, and proceed in an orderly fashion to the designed shelter in Heaven's Tower. Active combatants are to report to their commanding officer for immediate briefing. The Kingdom of Sandoria, the Kingdom of Sandoria Knights of the Gold Badger have been dispatched to Padalia Downs. I repeat, by declare of the Warlord, a state of emergency has been declared for all wards of the capital. Civilians, stay calm, do not panic, and proceed in an orderly fashion to the designed shelter in Heaven's Tower. Active combatants are to report to their commanding officer for immediate briefing. You heard that, Elweb? There's not a moment to lose. So schnell konnte ich gar nicht lesen, wie das jetzt hier durchgescrollt ist. Our apologies for the delay. And this is how we stand. 2 enemy battalions bear down on the Federation even as we speak. The first is a cadre of the Dark Kindred, the elite guard of the Shadow Lord himself. Like the fiends that erased Karugo Narugo, but twice as fearsome if our scouts speak true. We'll also be welcoming a flock of crows to the festivities. The 6th Regiment of the Cenariving raise siege turrets on the outskirts of their Ostroian nest, where they are joined by the Manifest's own Forbidden Guard. Their movements are measured and deliberate, as if each is matching the itinerary of the other. They'll be convening on the march southwards, I'd wager. It will not be long before they are upon us. But to launch a preemptive strike would only deprive us of what precious few advantages we possess. No, we shall hold them here. We defend Windurst with our lives. The enemy will come by way of the Ruta and the port. War Warlocks, make immediately for Windurst waters and take formation as directed. It is there that our battle will be won. The foe we face is unpredictable. Even should the tide of battle seem to turn in your favor, lull yourselves not into a false sense of security, but be ever ready to adapt to the movements of your adversary. We will need all our strength and flawless cooperation to keep the Shadow Lord's fiends at bay. All Mithran mercenary units are to join the War Warlocks in solidify the perimeter defense. With one exception. Roma? You and your Cobras have proven yourselves the most versatile of our units. I would have you on the front lines to meet our enemy's initial charge. You are to take formation outside Odin's Gate in Ruta. Bring down an enemy commander or two, disrupt their leadership, and lower their morale, and the fight will be that much easier. Good grief! Just when I thought your scheme couldn't get any more reckless. You object? Nah, we wouldn't have it any other way. Red girls? Very well. Then you have your orders, Begging your pardon, sirs! What is this intrusion? This is a confidential briefing. Truly sorry, I am Master Leko, sir. It's just that it's Minister Karaha Baruha, sir. He's surfaced. Lead him in at once. It's really him. Eggers. He's as pale as a Windurst. Well met, friends. I am sorry if my extended absence has caused undue concern. That's this? The Hermit Minister lives? You were coped up in that musty-rusty laboratory of yours for so long, I figured there was nothing left of you but dustero and ropes. Always a pleasure to see you as well, Sonpasippa. And what of your guardians? Are they ready for battle? It would seem the moldy walt on your cap has gone straight to your brain. You should know that the prodigious intellect of the great Sonpasippa knows no limiter. A stronger army of automata the world has never seen. It is my pleasure to announce that my research at long last reaches competition. Excellent. We have but a moment of calm before the storm. Rest your mind and ready yourself fully for the task ahead. Very well. You all have your orders. To your positions. Dismissed. A moment, Albert. Your questioning gaze has not escaped me. I will not ask what you may have seen. No, I ask you only to trust me, Albert. Oh, place your trust? Ne, ich bin mir da mal nicht so sicher. I see. Then do this not for me, but for Windurst. In either event, it will be the last request I make of you. You are, I imagine, acquainted with Magicite? Albert. I would have you deliver 3 shards of Magicite here to me. A shard of Optistone, a shard of Aura Stone, and a shard of Aura Stone. In chambers deep, where the baleful shadows of darkness have long since vanquished the light, it is there they lie. 3 chambers where none, save you, might travel. I need not explain further. What purpose will they serve? Bring them to me, and I shall see that all your questions are answered. I await your return, Albert. Okay. Das bedeutet, wir müssen im Endeffekt dasselbe machen, was wir in der Main Story schon 3-mal gemacht haben. Wir müssen diese Magicites holen. Lang ist her. Aber dazu müssen wir in die Gegenwart. Mal überlegen, Castle Ostroya. Müssen wir da den. Ne, Magicite war nicht bei den Passwort-Dingens. Oder war das Passwort? Ne, war nicht Passwort. Na gut, ich gehe jetzt erstmal. Ja, der Altar Room war unten, glaube ich. Ja, ich werde es schon wieder finden. So, Moment. Wir brauchen nach Derflin war das, glaube ich. Ne, Argenoi. Argenoi war das. So, Argenoi und dann Castle Ostroya. Okay, hier waren wir ja schon öfter den Weg, also werde ich das Ganze mal im Schnelldurchlauf machen. I can't believe this happened. If anybody were to find out, Poor Hook Knox would never be able to show her pretty gobby face in public. Oh. Ah, adventurer. How long have you been standing here? You heard nothing, right? You hear something. Hook Knox, cut out your tongue and feel it to pet Colonel Miffy. Hä? Ist das eine neue Quest oder was? Hahaha, just kidding. Curl name is Brutus, not Miffy. Hahaha, just kidding. Hook Knox won't hurt you. I'm adventurer, just like you, only lot cuter. You can call me Knox if Hook Knox is too hard to pronounce with that funny shaped mouth of yours. Eh? What is Hook Knox doing here? Well, I guess I can tell you. Just last week, yours truly got her hands on some juicy info about a huge shipment of riches sent to head honcho to this place from some bigwig in East. Hey, we've all heard stories of Eastern Empire's solid jade futons, ruby chandeliers and goldy lantern chambers pots, and I'd bet my baby Brutus collar that this Yagudo treasure is just as tasty. So I rushed down to a local auction house and brought all Yagudo feathers on sale. Das hat doch nichts mit meiner Quest zu tun. Okay, das ist irgendeine andere Quest. Also gut, gehen wir weiter. Der Mensch ist schon fast da. Das ist doch noch ein langer Weg bis zum Auto. So, und da ist das Matchesite. Ich habe einen Shard auf Aura Stone. Okay. Das war Teil 1. Teil 2 ist in, warte mal, wo war das jetzt nochmal? In Davoy. Das bedeutet einmal Warp zurück. Dann geht's auf nach Davoy. So, Geräusch und ab geht's. Der Rest kennen wir ja wieder. So, wir sind beim zweiten Matchesite und Klick. Und wir gehen zum dritten Matchesite. Ich muss diesmal direkt zurücklaufen, weil mein Warp noch nicht wieder bereit ist. Aber wir gehen dann mal direkt nach Bado. So, da haben wir das dritte Match-Side. So, kann ich schon wieder warten? Ja. Jo. Dann geht's jetzt direkt zurück nach Windurst Waters. So. Yes, please. Und ab geht's. Okay. Mit wem muss ich mit Wälder Gelder muss ich sprechen? Oh, looky wooky, who's back? You'd best hurry in. Robel Akbel's waiting for you, and we both know he's not a patient man. Albert? I know I am not an easy master. Despite this, you have served me loyal and true. For this you have my thanks. We stand on the eve of reckoning. Our age-old struggle with the Beastmen shall draw to a close, and with it, one chapter of history. Before we go forth to meet our fates, I would share with you my secret. What I am about to say you is known to Leku and none other. I trust you will see that it remains that way. It is, as you surmise, I, like you, have traveled here from an age yet to come. From Vanadil's future. But the future I come home is not the one you know. No, in my Windurst, the Star Sibyl has long since fallen to the clutches of darkness. The once majestic branches of the great star tree sag withered and dying. Many years have I lived with bitter remorse as my only companion, my heart haunted by a single thought. If only I could have saved her. Until, by a stroke of what can only be called fortune, I found myself with the chance to return here, to the past, to set right that which had gone so terribly wrong. My long-awaited chance to rewrite the pages of history. Armed with the knowledge that warlord Robel Akbel fell in the first battle of Windurst, it was no great task to take control of this nation and assume my role on this grand stage. That he was an intensely private man known to shun public appearance made it that much the easier. My face concealed, I returned from the battlefield upon which he had perished. Who would think to question my identity? You look as if I have something to say, Albert. As if you... Well, speak your mind. Okay. Your true identity? My true identity? What would you have me say, Albert? I am but a sad fool who would brandish his half-cooked schemes in an impudent rebellion against his territory. All for the love of a single woman. To say more would only render my humiliation complete. No matter. You are free to speculate as you wish. Such trifling details are soon to be buried deep in the sands of time. Let us return to the matter at hand. I intend to channel my own magical energies to ensure Karaha Baruha's safety during the summoning. The magicite you brought me shall act as a conduit. A sound plan, yet not likely to escape the notice of our friends from the future. No, we can expect them to do all in their power to seize their energy for their own foul purposes. Albert, listen to me. When all is done, you and Leko must... My apologies. Might I have a moment of your time, Warlord? Of course. So we meet again? Albert, it was? Such a curious woman you are. Yes, there can be no doubt. I suspected as much from the moment I met you. You have come here from another world. No. Another... but it hardly matters now. No, there is but one thing I would ask of you. Where you hail from, do the people of Windurst live in happiness? They do. I see. Thank you for your candor. Albert, the hour draws near. Roma and the Cobras ready themselves in Westerrupta Baruta as we speak. It is time you join them. How do we stand, Minister? Quite well, Warlord, quite well. I have reviewed my calculations over and again and can find no flaws of which to speak. Needless to say, with such a complex invocation, there are countless variables at play. You may rest assured, though, that all possible contingencies have been accounted for. Above all else, it will come down to my strength of spirit. Have I within me the courage to confront my most deeply held terrors and emerge with heart and mind intact? I will be frank with you, Warlock. I am not by nature a fearful man. But as I came to unravel the riddle of your identity, I became frightened. Frightened to the very core of my soul. I should have known it would be impossible to conceal the truth from you forever. Yes. So it is as I thought. My summoning of the great beast did not proceed as planned. I failed us. This time, though, will be different. We will succeed. We must. Oh yes, hearing Alvip's words just now has freed me from all doubt. There can be no question. We shall emerge victorious. Let us win back our rightful future, Warlord Robel Akbel. No, I should say. Warlock Warlord, sir! News from Karugo Narugo, sir. The emergency is on the enemy is on the move to Argonoy. Understood. Minister, it is time. Yes, Warlock Warlord. Let us go.